Hi friends, in this class of Indian polity, we are going to discuss about part 2 of Indian Constitution, that is citizenship. Now, who is a citizen, or what rights does a citizen possess? A citizen is a person who enjoys certain political rights and legal rights. What does a citizen possess? Certain political rights as well as certain legal rights. When we talk in India's case, our constitution provides a citizen with certain legal rights. Our constitution provides a citizen with certain legal rights, that is fundamental rights. So citizen enjoys certain legal rights as well as political rights. Now, when we talk about Indian Constitution, we need to know which article of the Indian Constitution talks about citizenship. Which article of the Indian Constitution talks about citizenship? Article 5 to 11 talks about citizenship. Now, what does Article 5 to 11 talk about? Articles 5 to 10 says that who on the commencement of the constitution were citizens of India by migration, domicile and Anglo-Indians. On the date of the commencement of the constitution, when the Constitution of India came into enforcement, that is 26th November 1949, on this date, who were the citizens of India? On the date of the commencement of the constitution, who were citizens of India on 26 November 1949 by migration, by domicile and Anglo-Indians. Migration means those people who migrated from Pakistan to India after independence. They were also given Indian citizenship. By domicile, the law of land and Anglo-Indians. So, Article 5 to 10 talks about who on the date of commencement of the constitution were citizen of India by migration, by domicile and Anglo-Indians. And it also says that India provides for a single citizenship. Single citizenship means Indian citizen cannot be a citizen of a foreign country. That means Indian citizen cannot be a citizen of a foreign country. Article 5 to 10 says that who on the commencement of the constitution were citizens of India, and Indian citizenship, India provides for a single citizenship. That is, Indian citizen cannot be a citizen of any other country. If he needs to be citizen of any other country, he needs to give up his citizenship and adhere the citizenship of that country. But what the Article 11 states, that Article 11 says that by law how Indian citizenship can be acquired or how Indian citizenship can be lost. So overall, when we look into this aspect, we have discussed certain things. What is a citizen? Who is a citizen? A citizen is a person who enjoys certain legal rights and political rights of a community. Number one. Article 5 to 11 talks about citizenship. Out of that, 5 to 10 talks about who on the commencement of the constitution was citizen of India, and India provides for single citizenship. Whereas Article 11 talks about how Indian citizenship can be adhered and how Indian citizenship can be lost. Now, we will analyze the aspects that how Indian citizenship can be adhered. Number one, by birth. How an Indian citizenship can be adhered? Number one is by birth. A person born in India, at the time of his or birth, if one or both parents are Indian citizen, then the person will get Indian citizenship. If a person is born on the land of India and at the time of his or her own birth, if the person's father or mother is an Indian citizen, the person gets an Indian citizenship. It is law of soil or just soil. Law of soil, it is according to the law of land the person is getting citizenship. That is, person born in India, at time of birth, at time of birth, parents are Indians. So the person naturally gets Indian citizenship. This is number one. Next, by descent. A person is born outside India. The person is not born on the land of India. And at time of his or her birth, one parent or both the parents are Indian citizenship. Then the person will get Indian citizenship according to law of blood. That is Jus Sanguine. That is law of blood. I will repeat the statement. I will elaborate it. By descent. Person born outside India, but at time of his birth, parents are Indians. Parents are Indians. Either it can be mother or it can be father or it can be both. Then the person gets Indian citizenship by descent. A person is born outside India. At time of his birth, the parents are Indians, or then the person gets Indian citizenship by law of blood. In Latin nomenclature, it is called as Jus Sanguine. Number third is by registration. A person of Indian origin residing in India for past 7 years. That means Indian origin means ancestors are Indians. Ancestors are Indians. That means a person of Indian origin staying in our nation for past 7 years gets Indian citizenship. Now, if a citizen of a Commonwealth state married to an Indian, a person, see, what are Commonwealth states or Commonwealth countries? 63 countries were ruled by 63 countries 63 countries were ruled by Britishers. If a person from that country marries an Indian, then the person can get Indian citizenship. Those 63 countries, Commonwealth countries ruled by Britishers, if a person from that country marries an Indian, the person gets Indian citizenship. Minor child of an Indian parents. I would like to give you an example in this case. If the parents are Indians, but the child was born abroad, at certain juncture of time, he got a foreign citizenship, and if he is willing to surrender that foreign citizenship, he can get the Indian citizenship if he is a minor child. But the aspect here which has to be taken into consideration is that he needs to surrender his foreign citizenship, and he should be a minor, that is below 18 years of age. By registration, if the person is of Indian origin and he has been residing in India for past 7 years, then he can get the Indian citizenship. That means the ancestors should be Indians. Citizens of Commonwealth state, if a person of a Commonwealth country, those who were under British Kingdom, is marrying to an Indian citizen, then the person has right to get Indian citizenship. Minor child of an Indian parent, child is born abroad, but at certain juncture of time, the child feels that he needs to acquire the Indian citizenship. At that time, he need to surrender his foreign citizenship and can acquire Indian citizenship. These people can apply for Indian citizenship, but they need to stay in India 5 consecutive years, 90 days per calendar year. 5 consecutive years. 5 consecutive years, they need to stay in India 90 days per year. Then this person can get Indian citizenship. Now, we have talked about by birth, we have talked about by descent, we have talked about by registration. The fourth form to get Indian citizenship is by naturalization. Any person not falling under the above mentioned criteria or categories, any person not falling under above mentioned criteria or categories, that is, he is not able to get Indian citizenship by birth, he is not able to get Indian citizenship by descent, he is not able to get Indian citizenship by registration, still he has the right to get Indian citizenship if he wishes to. Then what should he do? He should stay in India 10 consecutive years. He should stay in India 10 consecutive years, and 90 days per year is must. 90 days per year is must. then he gets Indian citizenship. Example is Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa. So she got Indian citizenship by the process of naturalization. Now, last phase of adhering the Indian citizenship is by incorporation of a new territory. Suppose we capture a foreign state by war. India is a peaceful country. India doesn't usually indulge in capturing and all. But if a territory is captured by India, at certain juncture of time, the citizens of that territory are willing to have Indian citizenship and request government of India for it. The government of India is liable to provide those citizens with Indian citizenship. That is, by incorporation of a new territory, if the citizens of that place is willing for Indian citizenship, the government of India is liable to provide those citizens with Indian citizenship. These were the 5 modes of adhering Indian citizenship. In this class, we discussed what are citizens. Who are citizens? They are the people who enjoy certain political rights as well as legal rights. In Indian Constitution, Article 5 to 11 talks about Indian citizenship. Article 5 to 10 talks. The summary of Article 5 to 10 is on the date of the commencement of the Constitution on 26 November 1949, who were the citizens of India. It also states that India provides for only a single citizenship. Article 11 talks about how Indian citizenship can be acquired and how it can be lost. We talked about how Indian citizenship can be acquired, the 5 modes of acquiring Indian citizenship: by birth, by descent, by registration, by naturalization, and by incorporation of new territory. By birth, if the child is born in India, either one or both the parents are Indian citizenship, then it is by birth the person become an Indian citizen. By descent, if a child is born outside India, but at the time of birth one or both the parents are Indian citizen, then the person gets Indian citizenship. By registration, we talked about if a person's ancestors resides in India, ancestors were of India, or a person is of Indian origin, he stays here for 7 consecutive years, he gets Indian citizenship. A person of Commonwealth state getting married to an Indian, he gets Indian citizenship. He or she gets Indian citizenship. And the last one was minor child of an Indian parents. All these aspects, 5 years, the person has to consecutively stay in India 90 days per year. By naturalization, if a person is not able to get the citizenship by all the above mentioned aspects, by descent, by registration, and by birth, then he can get the citizenship by the process of naturalization. 10 consecutive years, 90 days per year. The example is Mother Teresa. And last one of mode of acquiring Indian citizenship is by incorporation of a new territory. If we acquire a territory and the people residing in that territory is willing to get Indian citizenship, they have every right to get Indian citizenship, and the government of India is liable to provide them Indian citizenship. This was the 5 mode of acquiring Indian citizenship. Thank you.